EU5 should begin in 1444. At least, that's what people think. So today we are going to test that. I found a mod that changes the start date to 1444 instead of the original 1337. I'm going to link this mod in the comments down below, but clicking on that link will obviously take you off of YouTube and ruin this video's algorithm, so why not like the video and subscribe as a little bit of compensation. Of course, draw your own conclusions here, but I'm starting to think that 1444, even with the game as it stands, might be a better start date? I don't know. Let's find out. Chaps, it's EU5, but in 1444. This was the preferred start date, obviously, for everyone who played EU4. EU5 does start in 1337, so I thought what we'd do today is look around the map firstly for this mod for 1444, and then we'll dive into the game and play it and see if, in fact, the game plays better in 1444. Who knows, maybe this is the best start date possible for EU5. Now, this isn't going to be perfect. Obviously, the game has not been out that long that people are going to be able to do like one-to-one copies. For example, we have the Sultanate of Delhi down here instead of, you know, Vijayanagar, Bahmanis, Jumper. We're also not going to have that many scripted events, like, for example, Sirhind. Like, let's not compare EU4 to EU5 start dates right now. But I'm gonna make a couple of predictions before we dive in and start playing, okay? So, 100 Years' War is essentially all done. I think this is going to enable England to start focusing on Scotland and other areas a bit more. I think it's going to make things trickier for France, given how cracked it is right now. Burgundy has a bunch of vassals, so that'll be interesting to see how that one's handled. Obviously, that takes a lot of power away from France. We have Shah Rukh in charge. Now, this is going to be interesting because I think these guys are all going to be loyal. So I think we're going to have an absolute demon over here. Sad to see no HoratioNullbuilt. We've got the Jalarids instead, so I'm not sure about that one. Obviously, life's going to be a lot easier for the Ottomans. Let me check the integration map and make sure that, yeah, this is... Okay, so this is all integrated, apart from these areas here, but that's not cored. Okay. Surely they won't take Constantinople here. We've got the Ming instead. I don't think this is going to have been coded properly. I think this is going to collapse here. And Bengal's not alive? So, I just don't think there's been that much effort in India at all for this one. Same thing over in West Africa. I think they've just kind of chucked it together, which is fine. Now, I am going to be playing as... Okay, we're not going to... Okay, let's edit that one out. We're going to be playing as... Jesus Christ. I'm not doing that. I'm not playing as one of the nations. Oh, it's not happening. Wait, is Tiwi around in this mod? Oh, my God. Okay. Come on, man. Give me something. Get up on, Berg. Like, one of the big ones. Come on, just... All right, we're going to pick manually. I've just noticed that Austria has, like, doesn't have Styria. So they didn't at this point? Who's the emperor? Hang on a second. Edward III. I mean, there's Shah Rukh in control of the Timurids, but I think the rest of them are not what they should be. I'm not sure. I mean, Edward III. So, all right, let's hop in as England. Let's have a little look around, and then we'll settle on who we're playing. But to make this properly like EU4, I'm going to have to change the map settings. All right, so Kingdom of England. Maybe, if we don't have any of the sick, this would be in a better place. All right, let's check. Age of Renaissance has... Wait a second. Okay, so the texts haven't changed. All right, how's this going to work then? Is it going to instantly break? Okay, so Age of Renaissance is going to end soon. Well, we'll have to see, won't we? You know what, we're going to stick it out as England. Let's see what we can do. I feel like it's a nice way of playing a big nation that's involved, but I'm not going to be messing with everything. I kind of want to see how it sort of lines up. All right. Okay, we have a province still integrated. All right. I fully expect the game to break in the first sort of minute. So I kind of don't want to spend too much time on the setup. Let's see how this goes. We're gonna rival the Danes. We're just gonna play for a month. Ooh! Okay, Age of Renaissance is instantly started. Let's go admin focus. The Black Death has begun. So Black Death is gonna happen either way. Okay. All right, let's go autocracy. I do think it's just gonna be shifting everything forwards. Okay, well that means that all of these things should be cheap. Do we have them instantly? Okay, spread to 100% of our locations. Okay, cool. So we have all of this stuff. So the early research should be really, really quick. And it's the age... Is it the age of... Okay, so it's the Age of Renaissance right now. Do I want anything desperately from the Age of Traditions whilst it's cheap? I mean, it's going to get cheaper, but usually a lot of the stuff is sort of like... It's useful at the start of the game, not great. Okay, well, let's just go straight for the Age of Renaissance. And let's get this government reform and the cabinet seats. Okay, so it looks like we're going to get all the same events. I'm not sure how involved. That's what we're trying to discover here today. All right, London Bridge, silver and gold. A new outbreak. Okay, so the Black Death... Okay, the Black Death isn't Oh, no, it is killing people in Uzbek. Okay. The end of the Scots Civil War has happened. There's an event, sure. And we get another government reform. All right. Let's get more crown power. Why not? I'm hoping that the game starts a little faster, because the thing is with EU5, in 1337, the game just takes a little while to get going, doesn't it? Distribution of power has yet to be codified. And we have another cabinet seat. Or trying to do another cabinet? It's happening very fast. All right, let's increase province control in Norfolk. Yeah, I guess because we have 5... I guess because we have 5 institutions already accepted, it makes our research happen a lot faster. Okay, let's grab the crown power then. And we'll start... I think playing Tour is probably the best bet for a little bit. See how everyone else plays out. Okay, we still have Normandy. It's not under direct control, which obviously kind of ideal. Okay. And we don't have the 100 Years' War, which is interesting. Wow, these research... the research happened... 14! Adrian's plus 1,200. Is that looks like it might be a catch-up mechanic from the actual mod itself. I don't remember it being plus 1,200. We're going to be racing through these texts. Damn, look at that! Distribution of power, we are going to favor the ruler. It does feel like I'm speedrunning it, you know? I'm speedrunning early EU5. Okay, legitimacy's gone up to max. We've unlocked dock buildings. It's literally 1 a month. Oh, Crown of France. Okay, so we have got the 100 Years' War. Have we started with an alliance with Portugal? No, we haven't. Well, I've married them anyway. I think we are in a worse position than regular 100 Years' War. But we're kind of at the tail end of it, weren't we? And 4044. All right. It's only been a couple of months, and I've already unlocked everything I need to here. So let's start unlocking the buildings. Oh, dear. I clicked spacebar. Oops. There you go. That's how quick it is. Stop! Christ game. Let's get maritime presence. We get the max literacy. Honestly, pop promotion speed is going to be huge because we're going to be advancing very quickly. And if we're going to be fighting the French, we might as well do it properly. And wait, it's a bad idea to unlock longbowmen, isn't it? Because they're broken. This is a problem when you're not like scanning the patch notes every day like I used to be doing. You kind of get left behind with how many changes that have been made. Okay, we're going to isolate the country. Was that not quick enough? I'm not sure. Okay, isolate the country. We are going to expel the sick. We'll start building some pest houses. And in fact, let's whack out the minting a little bit just to make sure. Drop our diplomatic spending. Why is it not here anymore? Bubonic plague is affecting us. I'd love to build a pest house. What happened to pest house? Why is it? Oh, for God's sake, game. Come on, work with me here. All right, let's go A to Z. Maybe it's over here. The pest house has just disappeared. So what did I build then? Oh, it just took my money and legged it. Okay, hang on. Spell the sick. Got to rebuild those. No worries. Okay, I built the pest house in places that I consider useful. Wow, this is really rough. I've started to think that expelling the sick and building pest houses does nothing. Yeah, I don't think it does. What was the point of building pest houses? Never understood this. France lost 2 million people. So if I can keep under that, we'll be all right. Okay, 1.3 million. It's not great. Pass the Stannery law. No, not doing that. So still have to deal with the Black Death apparently in 1444. The Thames is frozen over. But at the very least, we have men at arms. Hooray. The London market is missing naval supplies. That's embarrassing. How am I worse at the game in 1444? How's that happen then? All right, in the meantime, Hungary's getting dogged on by, I believe that's Bohemia. The Ottomans are fighting the Dulcadarids, and we have researched everything. Damn, okay, right, let's... I don't think there's, because it's plus 1,200, I don't think there's much of a problem here in just researching literally everything. I mean, it ends in 3 years, right? Let's just select everything we can, really. And we have managed to get our money up, which is nice. Okay. Let's see, what do we have here? Develop the interior. Not that useful. Gotta wonder, should I get rid of the Magna Carta? I don't know that we need to. Kind of want to keep it just for the flavor. Oh, well, good to see some things never change, huh? The Civil War. Also, I'm not sure about this Lithuania. It's kind of a little bit shattered. Like, why does Poland get to keep most of its land, but then Lithuania's like, nah, you can't have that. You are a disparate state. What about Muscovy, actually? That's a big one. Muscovy does have the vassals, okay. Novgorod looking too big. Okay, step 1. Let's sort out our economy. I mean, it's pretty good, but I want better. So is Brittany like, Brittany's independent, right? Yeah, they're not a French, a little French. Yeah, they're not a French appanage or vassal. They will also take an alliance, which I don't care for. I want to see Burgundy do something, man. I really want to see him do something. Yeah, who's the emperor? They've got to check that out. Where are you? Holy Empire panel. Styria, yeah, okay, that works. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Skanderbeg, my beloved. Where are you? Also, Naples is independent. Sure. Castile traditionally taking a chunk out of Portugal, obviously. Nothing in this world can stop that. Morocco, you losing to Tlemcen. You are. That is atrocious. What is wrong with you? Let's see if we grab a law change. Anything here? Feudal administration. Kind of want centralization. So let's there's a 0.2 pivot. Let's do that. Okay, just making things more centralized before we start expanding outwards. And we are now in the age of discovery. Let's go for admin focus again. There's not enough glass in the London market. Okay, let's sort that out then. And I also need to sort out our roads. We don't have naval supplies, which is weird. I don't like that. We also kind of just lack people, unsurprisingly. Black Death kind of ruined us. That's why I'm focusing on things like roads instead of all of these buildings. Because, well, roads don't need people. That was a confederal union. I thought they lost the war to the US. That's a little American Civil War joke for you Americans. You make up the most part of my audience, so I'm going to throw you a bone now and again. I, too, like to drop U's out of my words. At the end of the Black Death. Good. Right. What are you? You don't look like Byzantium. And yet, here you are. Looks like Hungary had a couple of little bites taken out of it. Nothing too much. And France is back being whole again. Navarra fighting against Aragon. Portugal getting smacked by another Iberian power. Oh, okay. So Tlemcen lost that war despite having... Oh, God. What is this? Okay. No, we're good. Yeah, it's just an optional conquest of France. Which, again, let me grab some glass, some marketplaces, develop internally a little bit. We have 100 years of buildings to catch up on. Wait, how fast is this now? Yeah, our research progress has now gone down because we're no longer in the... This is what I suspected would happen. We're no longer in the Age of Renaissance. The catch-up mechanic is now gone, which means that all of the Renaissance stuff that I wanted to get is now going to take a good amount of time. Not a horrible amount of time. I don't hate that mechanic, by the way. I think that I don't think it was a bad mechanic. Sorry, who was that? Ugh, it's not you. One of my kids had like a phenomenal trait. That's gregarious. No. Which one was it? Was it you? No, you are an infant. Right, was it you? Yeah, it's a prodigy. Oh, God. She's not my heir. She's a woman. Oh. I hate it when women are smart in this game. That's an indictment of the succession laws at the time. This is not a commentary on myself. As I've become more of a public figure, I've realized these things. What is this? You want me to come in? Yeah, sure. Why? Who am I fighting now? Can my vassals go deal with it? I'm sure they can. Abayer is 20 years old. He's actually not bad. Not terrible. Okay, we've won 100%. What do we want from this, though? Force tributary and... Well, no. I can't because it's a make tributary war. Force tributary. Now can I take provinces? Yes. No. Maybe useless war that. Still, I don't have to fight for it. Now Portugal's getting battered by the other Iberian. Can't wait till Granada gets involved at this point. I'm expecting to see a good showing from Denmark. Wait, do they not have the personal union? Huh? Okay, does Sweden still have their personal union? Kalmar Union. No, there is the Kalmar Union. Okay. Denmark is the senior partner. So we'll see how that affects things. I think that'll be interesting. And Denmark doesn't start in a horrible, pathetic mess. But they do start both in the modern day and also in 3037. All right, let's grab loads more markets. And I'm going to start developing these areas into cities. Harrow and Kingston are first on my list. You want your cities to be right next to your capital. What is this? The treaty is proposed. Yay! Yeah, we'll do that. So we get 20 opinion. What does that do, though? Are we allied to them? No, we just gained a little bit of opinion. They called out for help and we went, hey, well done, champ. You're all good. You got this. We believe in you. Curious to see how Burgundy comes out of this. I want them to do something, you know. Okay, they're annexing Franche-Comté. Austria wants a marriage. Sure, let's just accept all these. I don't know what they are, but sure. Oh, Sultan of the Ottomans is fighting against the Knights. You are lacking Byzantium, big man. The Guild of St. Luke. Yeah, we'll do that. It's a worthy investment in the cause. And Lisbon has essentially been taken. I don't know what Castile's doing. They're like on something else. Every game that I see them in. It's 40-44 and they're still like, you know, the Portuguese, why do they have a state? They are proto-Castilians. Wait, do I have Barks? No. I need Barks. I don't want to form Great Britain. Where's the tech? It's going to take a while to get that. But I do not want to reset my entire tech tree to do that. So, yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe I should have built more ships. What do you want from me? I genuinely have no interest in fighting a continent, but I am going to fight. What would you like? You just want money. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I wish I'd built an army. I just didn't think they'd fight me. Only 20,000 levies? We're over. It's done. It was nice, you know? Oh, dear. And we only have 8 levies. Yeah, this will be fine. 48 men. You guys can go home, frankly. All right, let's see how this goes. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to like what happens next. Also, if we could, can we... Also, can we grab at some of these cannons? That'd be fantastic if we could. That'd be, you know, I love cannons. All right. How many men? Oh, God, normally. How many men do you have? 40,000. See, I have 20,000. My boys have more, but they are not exactly reliable. Sorry, what? 2,000. This is 20,000. Oh, God. Okay. Why are there camp followers here? Whatever, that's fine. Oh, my God, we're going to carry 1,000 men at a time. Yeah, this is a loss if ever I've seen one. Yeah, automatically do it for me, please. I can't be bothered to do that. Okay. You distribute and gather food. Really? There's nothing here that's like, hey, we're fighting the French. Oh, God. You know, those would be useful. Is that Castile? No. It just looks like them. It's going to take me a couple months to get that. All right, cool. We've got a full army. Let's go fight him. Hello, where are you going? Le Mans. Well, Le Mans are about to be okay, I got nothing. Editor, make a joke. Make me sound funny.
The French's Le Mans are about to be un-Le Mans. Get it? Cause they're dead? Cause they're gonna die?
Okay, well, it didn't even work because we lost. Like, we couldn't get there in time. Okay, sure, carry on. Minus 10% on what? From 10 battles. How many men have you killed? 12,000? What have we been doing? We're losing. Stop moving. Why are you so fast? Dude, this is impossible. You think we'll lose? Why? Their commander is phenomenal. Okay, let's start doing some things here then. Okay. You want primacy and nobility, huh? That what you want? I give it to you. Freely given. If we lose this, we have to bail out of the war. So why are you so much better? Company, the ordnance. Okay, these are professional troops? Oh, no. Lads, roll better. There you go. That's a bit better. Are you professionals? Oh, dear. Some of them are. Oh, that right flank's not looking good. Ah, there's not an offer that they will accept. Okay, cool. Good. It's at times like these that I like to, you know, do some soul searching. And when that doesn't work, I will hire mercenaries to do my dirty work for me. Hello. Hire mercenary leader. What do we have? Is that the bet you can hire? For 500, I can hire... I don't want any Hunafis. I just want men. 7 units. What if I took out several loans that are ill-advised, huh? And then I went to university and got a couple of different degrees. 3 degrees, to be exact. And then I started making YouTube videos. What if I did that? Would that help? Okay, right. Mercenaries, hire. Okay, let's go for the cheapest mercenary leader because we have leaders of our own. It is this guy. Okay, Captain Dennis. Contract length, that much. We're only going to need him for like 2 years, so 24. Don't need archers, don't need horsemen. Just give me this. Let's get another mercenary leader. Captain Philip. Nope, he's terrible. No, Captain Philip will do. No, he's terrible. But he might just have what we need. Don't know why I did it in the same place. We have the technology. Okay, that's... I've hired 1,000 men for 1,000 gold. All right, let's hit him again. This time with more purpose. Let's see this formation. Why are the professional troops in the back? Because we have no manpower. Because we have no manpower to reinforce them. Good answer. Well done, Charles. All right, back in. This time with purpose. There you go. Our boys are on the front lines. I mean, they're specifically not our boys. I bought them because they're not our boys. What the hell is wrong with this left flank? Are we winning? That's a very good question, dear viewer. I could not tell you. I think so. Yep. Okay, we're good. Excellent. As predicted, the false retreat worked. What's wrong with this? Too many relations. Not for long. Okay, what's happening down there? We are losing everything. Don't worry, we can just march there. The French are very amicable people. They will let us march through their nation. Unmolested. All right. Straight through. Bang. Smack them. Boom. Oh, this is going to be good. No one on the front line. Overstacked the right front. Oh, no. What happened? What happened? There you go. And straight into the next one. Oh, they all joined up. My God. They're creating a team. What's this war for? Take the capital province. But what does that mean? Okay, so I have to take Paris. Je voudrais Paris. What's happening in the rest of the world? Well, I won't be able to find out until the end of the video how the East has gone. Otherwise, things look pretty 1444. I'm not going to lie. It's been 20 years. I'm really disappointed by Muscovy, man. Really disappointed they haven't done something. Okay, you're going to have ranches? You are. Okay. Now, if I stand on Mayenne, would that get rid of your food, or do you have food access? Let's find out. Do you have food access? I can't tell. I mean, I'll pick off those extra troops. Yeah, thank you. That makes my life a lot easier. Yeah, if you could all just, like, line up in sort of like a Hollywood henchman style and allow me to punch you in the face one by one. Perfect. Ideal. This is how I would prefer to fight. Yeah, you guys take your time, yeah? I'm sure Southern Wales is well protected. How are you suffering attrition in your own land, you idiots? Okay, they are going to take the south, but that's fine. I don't want it anyway. English Southern dialect becomes our new court language. Yep, sounds good. And now we will attempt to take Paris. I don't think there's any laws I want. Let's just grab a cheeky claim on the Scots. Oops. Well, oh well. Didn't mean to click that one. Oh, I've caught them again. Oh, stack wipe. Yeah, you're done. And I have food here. Somehow. France is calling some people into the wars. That is not going to matter. What matters is there are 60,000 men running at me right now. We're in a race against time, and brother, I did not learn how to read a clock. Oh! Oh my god, it made a stupid line actually go kind of hard. Okay, it didn't. It was still a stupid line, but still. That was fun. All right. Paris has fallen. Does that mean I get, like, taking war score? 3% for taking Paris. Yeah, sure. Defender bonus. No, I do not. Maybe I do. I don't know. Let me wait a month. No. I have 4% war score and a dream. We're also massively outnumbered. The dream is rapidly turning into a nightmare. Castile has, in fact, joined the war against me. Paris is 0.1. It's apparently the same as Mayenne. Taking Paris is worth the same as this one province. I have taken the capital of France. It means nothing. Dude, occupations in this game are so goofy. I'm gonna need more mercenaries soon. France will accept a white peace. That's a good idea, considering our men are currently being butchered by Spanish. All right, good stuff. Well done, guys. Well done. That was terrible. We need professional troops and ASAP. I also need to pay off my debt. Okay, pay off my debt. Now my student loans. Well, that's why I'm making this video. It's December. It's actually not true. If you've seen like the videos on my channel, I have not been going for, you know, churning out high view content. I've been doing content that makes me happy. I thought my gift for this Christmas would be mental stability. All right, let's build armories. I will never be caught in a situation like that again. It's not true. I will be. But this time I'll have more men with guns to shoot at them. Oh, the Italian wars. Can I join a league? Why are the French in charge of a league? Okay, so the two sides are King Pierre and King Pierre. I'm starting to sense some bias. This schizophrenic man. Wait, there are loads of leagues. Okay, there's the Iberian League, the Holy Roman League, the French League, the first Italian League, the second Italian League, and the third Italian League. This is incredible. I'm actually so pleased. Let me join. Requirements not met. I need to have a presence in Italy. Let me have a presence. Someone somewhere needs to succumb to me. I want to have the English League. Oh yeah, Italy. Let's see. Ferrara, Bologna, Florence, the Papal States are doing okay. They've taken out what I believe was... Who was down here? Pisa. No, that's Pisa. Oh, no, who are you? Is that Pisa? Nope, that's Pitigliano. The Ottomans have taken over the Carmenids. Okay. The Mamluk are having a little rebellion, sure. Quietly, Castile hasn't actually taken over more land. I thought they had. Gonna mass build marketplaces everywhere. Let's turn Harrow into a actual town. Oh, the issue's not settled. Conquer France. I'd rather not be involved in France. They have allied... Oh, they've also annexed a bunch of people. They've allied the Castilians. I don't want to be like everything is lost, but I don't think we want to be in this kind of place. Look at the tax base. Okay, it's 189. It's not that much more than mine. I thought it was a lot more. I've got a plan. Scriptorum. I'm going to build a ton of them. Right? Then my merchants exporting books to the French, but they'll be in English. Forcing them to learn English, forgetting that they're French, and lobbying to join my nation. England wouldn't use that strategy for another, like, what, 300 years? If you know, you know. What is this? Oh, nice. One of our ruler's most esteemed, revered ancestors, King Alfonso. We're related to this man? Wait a second. When does it say my guy was born? He's 48, but when was his birthday? Born in 1419. Okay. Am I an idiot? Was it? It wasn't. It was definitely Henry VI. It was definitely Henry VI. I'm not having that, late. Don't embarrass yourself. Join a foreign order of tyranny. Chivalry. All right, what we need to do is start actually engaging in some politics. So let us... Oh, I think they did take more of Portugal. I was going to say, let's ally the Portuguese. Yeah, let's... Probably should have done that a little bit earlier. Plan 2, ally the Bretons. Plan 3, apparently marry the Bohemians. What the hell is a gubernatural? That's not a real word. I'm not going to attempt to defend the gubernatural administration. I don't know what gubernatural... I'm not... That's not a real word. So I set the AI to handle my cabinet because I found it a little bit tedious. And they're currently converting Suffolk, which is 100% Catholic. Thanks, lads. Let's start working on assimilating culture. Oh my god, you're already Old English. Start working in Cornwall. Do I want to start annexing Wales? Then my country would have Welsh people in it. Is that a price I'm willing to pay? I don't think so. All right, it's time to do the English special. The English special, what is that, you might ask? It's getting a ton of wool everywhere, dropping the price of it so we can produce paper, make cheap books, sell it to everyone else. They are forced to buy our books, wool, and paper. It's another reason I do not want to integrate the Welsh into my country. I can't say that. I can't say that. Oh, God. Can I call this Operation Barbar Black Sheep? I want wool to be so cheap, people treat it like money in the Weimar Republic, right? I want people to grab a sheep, shear the wool off it, leave the wool behind because it's worthless, and just take the sheep. In the same way that they would have baskets of money outside, people would like dump out the money and take the basket because it's more valuable. Every man, woman, and child has to have at least 2 sheep in their household. Failure to abide by this law is punishable by, I mean, how do you punish that? Hell, how do you enforce it? Well, enforce it, you just go around there and just check. Where's your sheep? Bring your sheep out. Can you tell I'm very sleep deprived? Why are you suffering attrition? What is wrong with you? You're just chilling outside? Okay. France, bud, just chill. You don't need to do this. Portugal and Brittany has joined. That's probably a bad thing, to be honest. We have fewer levies this time around. I'm going to get some regulars. Or some men at arms, right? There's 200 of them. They're going to do double the damage. Time to take out loans. Thanks, this France. I appreciate it, you know? I do. It's nice. No, it's fun. It's fun. Stupid French. Okay, raise all our levies. We go to war again. Good to see some things never change. There are no naval levies. Okay. Why are there no naval levies? I didn't dismiss them in port, did I? Fun! Those fishing boats are now lost. I ordered them to remove themselves from the equation. Tactically, of course. All right, give it a little bit. We'll be there soon. Look, it's going to take like 10 trips, 20 trips tops. It's going to take a bit more than that, to be honest. But hey, who's counting? Presumably the 6 ships are. All right. If everyone could just like come stand on me, that'd be great. I'm just sure. Accept everything. I want to auto accept these things so bad, dude. This is a pure defensive arrangement. I don't want to be fighting the French. I know it's a heresy for me to say as an Englishman, but frankly, I got better things to do. How many men do they have this time around? 11,000. Okay, that was stupid of you. Why did you declare this war? You didn't have to do this. I don't know what this war's for, dude. I'm upset that you're forcing me to do this. Unless you call in the Castilians again. Like, why? You have 1,000 men. Truly, this is one of the decisions of all time. Hell, I guess I'm gonna take French land. I don't want French land. I don't want to do any of this. But I have to put you down to stop you from hurting me. It's like when your little cousin challenges you to like a game of like Mario Kart. And he goes, oh, I beat you. It's like, I let you win. Sit down. Oh, I could do better. And then that's it. You're in a physical fight over Mario Kart. Well, you thought I was going to play Mario Kart again? No, the kid's a demon. He'll beat me every time. But I'm physically stronger than him. And he will learn. I don't care if he's 6. He's got a mean right hook as well. That is not a true story, by the way. I feel the need to say that. I've started to see things get clipped out of context on YouTube and Twitter. I didn't know I was at that level. But apparently, there's a whole ass like 2 people who were like, yo, ruin this man's career. Make it seem like he fights children for fun. It's not for fun, it's for duty. I gotta stop. Papal control or local courts? Local courts. I don't want Pope here. Oh, actually, this is better. You know what? The Pope can come in. He can help out. Why can I not hit enter on these little things to accept offer? More importantly, what do I want at this war? I might just get a couple of French vassals. Quest war entry. I could ask Aragon to come in. That's cool. I just be like, yo, help me. I could do it with Castile as well. Yo, get in here. Is that what they did? That's quite cool, actually. Let's pay for the loans. Oh, wow, that's a lot of loans. Damn, I took out a lot of debt for this. It was not worth it. I did not need to do that. All right, we only have 45%, but frankly, it should be enough. Okay, what do I want from this war? Frankly, let's just ruin his life. Would leave the recipient too fractured. Well, you fractured my heart, France. You ever think about that? I still do. What about the antagonism? Oh, you can scroll now. That's fun. Well, it should tell you the cutoff threshold here. Like, this should be outlined in white where people wouldn't join a coalition. But it's a start. So these people would, which is no one. Okay. Oh, Burgundy's taking a bunch of territory. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is manage this land. I cannot tell you how little I want to do that. Fiefdom, Dominion, Vassal. Just go Vassal, dude. I don't care. And yeah, you know, the ideal thing would be to have a bunch of little vassals, but that's just boring, dude. I'm not doing it. Seed, Province, Oasis. I will, however, get you to become English. Also, enjoy France. Also, enjoy Paris. I want it known. I didn't want to do this. They made me. I gotta join a coalition against me. I'm the victim. Says man repeatedly curb stomping at the robber's head. He tried to rob me. His life is forfeit. You know the rules. And so do I. Okay, we've unlocked barks. So I want a good couple of them. And I'm going to need some cogs. Because frankly, it takes way too long to transport our ships. And if people are going to insist on attacking us, that's problematic. All right, we're going to get an art school and a theater to convince everyone that actually English culture is fantastic. Love my chips, love my fish. If I can't cook it by putting it at 200 degrees in the oven and it is simply brown, then I don't want to eat it. It's as simple as that. That's culture. I want handgunners as well. That seems fun. All right, and then off to the Age of Discovery it is. Or it's not. Let's get maximum RGO size. Probably a good idea. Construction speed and stability investment. Boom. Prevent annexation against France. I'm not gonna lie. If I went in on them now, that's a little bit, you know? Can't be doing that. That's a little bit heavy-handed, isn't it? No way. Muscovy attacking the Golden Horde? Okay. Okay, all right. I see you, game. I see you. Boom, they took territory. Not that much, but it's something. I like the idea that my king is just on a ship in Prittlewell. This is where he is. That's how he hangs out. Oh, well, he doesn't hang out there anymore, does he? All right, you have a child. He is rowdy. At least he's not an idiot. That's what I was expecting. We are going to need so many more cogs. You're staying English? I don't think you have. I apologize. You have. Look at that. All right, well, time for you all to do this. Enforce culture. You're all English now. Congratulations. Do not resist. Look at this. That's cool. Look, he's conquered most of these areas. Doesn't that mean the Pale lost territory? Like an idiot? Like a pathetic fool? All right, well, it's high time we go and fight off. I say fight off as if I'm not going to go and attack him immediately. The Scottish. Fabricate Casus Belli. I can't do that. Okay, sure. I'll do that one instead. Declare war. Parliament-proof claims. Destroy them. In the words of a bright philosopher, expose him. But also, like, don't just attack yourselves. Now you've been exposed. Where's my professional troops? Over here. Should probably brought them, you know, here first. But that's fine. I'll figure it out. Okay, this is more of a route than I was expecting. The time it's taken for us to take one fort, our vassals have actually flooded the entirety of Scotland. Well done. Ow, God, I didn't mean to click that. Don't we have export licenses now? I don't know what that means. It's just occurred to me I never gave out any rights. I don't know why I gave up peasant militia. I'm moving towards a professional army. What is wrong with me? Minting threshold. Also known as the I like money button. First rebellion against Champagne. I mean, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. Oh, hang on. Hang on. There's another one. You good, right? You don't need my help? I think they're okay. Please, on account of them not being French. Just a massive cannon. Just sitting there. Let's go grab it. Thank you. Let's execute the cannon. Had to make sure. Also, I saw... Hang on. What was that? Oh, thank God. I thought it was called John. I thought I had a third son called John. I was like, oh, I've seen this one before. John Lackland was the fourth son, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's start trying to centralize. So what's causing decentralization? Communal lands, market fairs, fortification licenses, manorial courts. Okay, communal lands I can get rid of. That's fine. It's just the peasants. Yeah, I'm not doing this. Market fairs? Yeah, market fairs. Get rid of that. Probably should have done it the other way around, where I take away a privilege and then give them another one instead of causing a riot in my country. But what's wrong with a little bit of rioting? Just a little bit. Just, you know, keep them on their toes. Keep them rowdy. Recruitment law. Noble army, peasant army, mercenary army, naval army. Well, levies are useless now. It's 100 years into the game. All right, they're done. I would love for Scotland to have become a vassal, but that is not happening here today. Instead, I'll simply take most of their land. I don't care for a coalition because I am, you know, on the other side of the island. I can't hand off this land because I want to form Great Britain. I can't because of the 100 Years' War. Can I leave the 100 Years' War? More than 130 locations in France. Ugh. Oh. I don't want to have a union with France. That means I have to keep the Scottish lands. I don't want the Scottish lands. Good, fine, I'll integrate them. I wanted them to be a vassal, sure. I'm like a spoiled child. I don't want to have land in France. No, stop it. Oh, Burgundy's fighting France. Let's go. Huge. Look at that. First Burgundian-French war. Dude, I got thousands of men. Look at that. Oh, you have a load of thousands as well. Why? Okay, Castile's involved. That's why. Are you allied to the French? You are disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. Can I persuade you to not do that? What if we were to ally? You don't like me. That feels a little prejudiced. Fine, I'll just wait for the French to attack me. Border raids are now enabled. Sure, but like, it's already dealt with the Scots. Wild thing is that, like, last jousting tournament, that's an EU4 event. I feel like I'm an EU4. I guess the question at this point is, am I enjoying 1444 more? Does it feel different? A little bit. The technology increases make life a lot easier, and it unfortunately makes me feel worse about the earlier stages of EU5. I'll take this. Core of the start chamber. Because I do feel like I've just sort of skipped the early grind. obviously I didn't get to skip the great, like the Black Death, which sure, like it didn't really fuss me too much about that, but yeah. Oh wow, okay. That's interesting. They're getting destroyed by the Timurids. And here we go, first Byzantine-Ottoman War. Like it doesn't feel that different. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of crazy. Now I do play regularly into like the later years of the game, so I do have a better appreciation of that. But still, man, Burgundy's doing well here. I guess it doesn't feel altogether different from 1337, right? It just doesn't. We've advanced like in tech. It feels easier. It feels simpler. Did you not beat the Byzantines? Wow. And I guess the only question is, would I prefer it if it started in 1444 versus 1337? And it's hard because I have my own biases, right? And I think personally, I would like it to be in 1444 because I think that there aren't as many games focused on the early modern time period and the sort of getting smack bang in the middle of that period, or the start of it at least. I think I prefer it to 1337. So I guess I would on that front. I think you're on the precipice of a more interesting time. Whereas in 1337, I feel like you're seeing the deaths or the decline of empires versus the rise of them. And sure, the decline of empires gives rise to new like sort of nations and possibilities. But for example, it's hard to simulate in the game. Really hard to simulate. It's much easier to simulate the rise of a nation than the collapse of one. And at this point, there's not as many that need to collapse or like that should collapse. Ming is one, but it's fine if that stays. Like you wouldn't be too fast if you saw like a Ming. The yuan obviously always collapses, and in seeing a collapse, it's hard to have those sorts of events. Burgundy did take out France. Look, that's incredible. But like the Golden Horde needing to collapse it's a hard thing to simulate. It just is. Versus like the Ottomans rising. Oh boy, we're declaring war on France. I don't really want to. I'm not sure as hell not losing 10 prestige. Now, Castile's not involved. Did you break your alliance? Yeah, okay. No, they got forced to annul their treaties because of Burgundy. Shout out Burgundy. My boys. All right, we have more levies this time around. We can carry slightly more men. Okay, we can also raise up some naval levies. Good stuff. And our country has been destabilized. I'm a sucker for the pike and shot era of history as well. I think it's the most underrated era of history. And it kind of gets lumped in because you have altogether more flashy time periods either side, right? You have the medieval era with sort of the rise of notions of chivalry and a more romanticized view of sort of warfare. And then you have this weird little interim period where guns are starting to be used in early cannons, but it's not as sort of iconic as the Redcoats, as Napoleon, these sorts of things. I mean, I also fall for that. When I was playing Master of Command, I mistakenly said it was the Napoleonic era. It was not. The 7 Years' War. But yeah, you have this like the idea of the early formations of nations. You know, the Treaty of Westphalia becomes a thing. You have this concept of nationhood versus the dynastic stuff that happened previously. You have early colonization, the toppling of established states and unique states in the Maya, well, not the Maya, sorry, the Inca and the Aztec. Yeah, very big fan of the time period. Obviously, that's why I like the game. And I feel like by starting in the 14th century instead of the 15th century, you don't get to the meat of that. You're still in this sort of, oh God, oh God, oh God, hang on. That's not good. Are these professional troops? No, but that doesn't mean that. Get in there anyway. Mercenaries. We will hire the Cutaline Mercenary Company. 6 infantry regiments with 1,200. We don't need them. I'm a firm believer we don't need them. Yeah, we don't. We outnumber them 3-1. Nice, just supporting the boys there. So yeah, I won't bang on about it, but I think I would like, I'd like the eras to remain distinct. And I think that Crusader Kings handles the Crusader period. If you're a fan of the late medieval period, obviously, then you're going to highly disagree with each other. But the difference between the late and early medieval eras, obviously, it's not as staggering as the early modern period. That's just my take. I want to see what other people think. I imagine they agree with me, and if they don't, then I'm not interested. My friend One Proud Bavarian has a fantastic take on opinions, right? Which is his is the correct one, and if you disagree with him, you're wrong. What sucks is he's right so often. Okay, so from this war, what do we want? I think we just need more territory from France. That's essentially it, right? That's what we're looking for here. Try and end the 100 Years' War and then try and form Britain. Which probably means I need to integrate a couple of subjects here. Can I grab any of these? No. I mean, I've discovered pretty much everything there is. We'll get Mediterranean galley, why not? Medicaments, local nobility. In fact, let's just until we get the new institutions, let's just set it to automatic. Okay, what is the war goal? I believe it is to take out His capital province, but it's still not working either. The first thing I think needs overhauling in EU5 is this parliament system. I don't like it. It feels gimmicky. I'm forced to interact with it because otherwise they get mad. And then it's my only way of getting Casus Belli, which is the only thing it's really good for. And then early game, you want it to change laws. There's a couple of benefits here and there to it, but it's just kind of like, okay, if I want to pass this, I click this, I click this, I click this, carry on, you know? But compare like EU4 at the start, right? EU4 at the start without being able to develop provinces. Imagine EU4. These young whippersnappers don't understand what it was like before. Imagine not being able to develop a province. Or imagine the transferring occupation, that was a DLC. The transfer occupation. So feature-wise, base game EU5 has more features than base game EU4, categorically. All right, more to the point. Getting 7% now. Destroy a cheeky toll castle. Tell you what, France, these forts are quite good. Not quite good enough, but they are good. Oh, I've run you into Normandy, who are none too pleased to see you. That's definitely a nation that does not want to return to the medieval era. Actually, having said that, I'm just lying to you, though. They were way better in the medieval era. What am I talking about? Laith, come on, man. If you're going to make a joke about that, get it right. Yeah, we're going to devastate France with this one. I have to get out of this war. I have to get out of this situation. So at least one of these, all of these, less than 4 locations in France will have 81. So or more than 200. Or more than 180. Hang on. No, that's France needs 200 locations. I need 130, so I need 50 locations. Or force them into union, which I don't want to do. I don't want France in a union. I'm not interested. Why is Denmark here? Okay. Nope, they're in London. Cool. I think Castile's here as well. Well, some of them were. I think Castile has intervened in this war. Oh, wait, hang on. What am I doing? That's what the boys who can't cross the straits, that's where they shine. Oh, I get a ticket war score. Lovely. Okay, execute some prisoners. Has to be done. Gotta send a message. The message is, I don't want to micro your prisoners. Am I fighting against Castile? No. It was just someone who looked like Castile. I am, unfortunately, a flag racist. A lot of people don't know you can be flag racist. So it's a growing thing. Well, that's attrition. I'm going home. Oh, little stack wipe there. That is the benefit of a couple of professional troops. All right, get me over that 50% mark, please. I got to think about what I'm going to do for a Christmas video. Oh, no. I always regret every year not doing Christmas. What could I do for a Christmas? Oh, I know exactly what I'm going to do for a Christmas video. Oh, I've got such a good idea. Okay. Well, stay tuned. Instead of having a sort of family time, you know, enjoyable experience with your loved ones and surrounded by friends and family, instead watch my videos. No, better yet, put it on the big screen. Say mom, dad, or wife, child. Actually, I think most moments is 25 to 35 these days. So family members or pets, friends, let's sit down as a family and enjoy some quality entertainment. And then we'll put on Laith. I'm actually finding EU5 so much more fun now that I'm not playing it every day, which is the way you should play games. Shout out to all of you that are watching the other content as well that I've been putting out, you know, the variety content, because it means a lot to me. It's something I've always wanted to do. It's something that's very scary, especially in December. But it's nice to have, it's weird to say it, but it's nice to have an audience. Just to be able to like make content that is, you know, because it means that these videos feel so much more fun. I'm not forcing myself to make them. And I can get a Giovanni Caboto and be excited about it. All right, we have 66%. Is that enough? Now, I am planning on taking quite a lot. And that will cause a coalition the likes of which has not really been seen before. I think it's fine, honestly. I mean, Castile's not now. Like, Burgundy are. Aragon, not quite. See, fine. And then just, I don't want to dismantle those forts. I like the forts. Give me money. Is that the end of it? Yes. Nice. England wins the 100 Years' War. A remarkable turn of events. We have won. The French crown has been forced to acknowledge English territorial claims and make substantial concessions. The victory has brought forward a newfound prestige and influence the English throne. Excellent. And I'm going to... What? England has given a guarantee to Brittany. Why did I do that? All right, let's improve relations with those who are a little bit upsetty spaghetti. Oh no, it seems the world is upsetty spaghetti, to give it its appropriate term. So that's concluded, which means I can soon form... I have to destroy Scotland and make them a subject. Well, that seems a little harsh. We're going to do that with pleasure. But this seems harsh. Go on, do something then. Don't just get upset. Do something. Fight me, please. I would like it to happen. I want to feel something. Right, carry on. Get home, quick. Gonna need more professional troops, I think. Definitely gonna need more professional troops. All right, how do handgunners work? They do 1.5 of damage, so they are objectively worse in every way than men-at-arms. What do they do better? It's a very good question. Nothing. Is this seriously? They do nothing better. They actually don't. There is no place for them on the battlefield. Why create a unit that doesn't matter? But what's the point in them? 25, 100%? It is the same, but worse. They do more morale damage. Oh, forgive me for not knowing that piece of critical information. Which I'm pretty sure is 10% more morale damage, but they do... Oh, that's weird. I might just go for some heavy cavalrymen. Apparently I already have some heavy cavalrymen. Because they do 4 times the amount of damage, and then it's halved because of how few men there are. Where are my naval levies? I don't have any naval levies. Oh, there are some. Okay, let's get in the port first then. Detached levies. Well done, guys. Well done. I swear it said 19. That's not 19. Can't start annexation because we don't have a diplomat. Okay, well, fair. Right, let's integrate Durham. Perpetual peace. Why would we do this? We will secure a marriage between Queen Mary, Queen of Scots, okay, cool, and the Plantagenet dynasty. We'd like to see the end of frequent raids. Well, they're not doing that, and I don't want a perpetual peace, so not interested, really. We fight the past and it fights back, and I lost opinion with Scotland and France. That's not fighting the... I mean, that is fighting the past, present, and future. That's not... I can't get upset at them fighting back. I get it's meant to be like an ideological thing, but still... Oh, right, yes, I need to create more subjects. Create subjects. Any historical subjects? Orléans. There you go. I'll give all this to Orléans. Let's give a little bit to Normandy. Probably be a little bit upset. And some to Alençon. Seed province. I do not have a diplomat. Ugh. Like I need a diplomat to do this, but it doesn't take a diplomat. No. Yep. They've rejected English culture. I'm not going to bother with it. Please be mayor. Hell yeah. Okay, he's mayor. Excellent. Expensive education. We have a new king. He's not very good. Let's make him a little bit better. His name is Christopher. That's fun. Oh, look, Sicilia. Led by the Armenian Shiite Sultan. All right. That's cool. Tunis doing nothing once more. Mamluk Sultanate of Egypt doing nothing. The Ottomans haven't even been able to take Constantinople in this one. Serbia's done all right. Shout out Serbia. And Styria is getting taken out by, I don't know, Ortenburg. I don't know what that's about. Austria and Styria allied. Denmark's like taking some territory here. They've become an actual state. That's new. Danes everywhere wildly rejoicing. Denmark mentioned. Muscovy's taken out some territory down here, I think. Is it still the Tartar yoke? Ugh. Lads, it shouldn't be a Tartar yoke. And it looks like Castile content to take out Portugal instead of going after Granada. Mission trees, man. They need to be in the game. They need to be in the game. I'm saying this from now. I hate to be that guy. I like them. No, you know what? I don't hate to be that guy. I like mission trees. That shouldn't be a radical thing. Why is my vassal losing? Stop losing. Stop it. Can I enforce peace? Seriously. Stop it. Scotland, did you join the coalition against me, by the way? Yeah. Actually, there are many of them. Do I just go for Scotland? Wait, Venice, did you join against me? That's hurtful. That's upsetting. I didn't expect that from you. That's poor form, mate. We were allies, Brittany, man. I don't know what that's about. Okay, you're winning now. Well done, Pale. Nope, they think they just lost. I was hoping to have some sort of foothold on Ireland, but no. I also kind of don't want to mess with them because it's kind of impressive they did that. I've not seen an Irish, like an AI Irish nation do that. I kind of want to reward that kind of behavior with survival. Oh, Thomas More. Nice. Pull up. Oh, our infant, Joan. We can pray. Did she survive? Damn. Sucks. R.I.P. We lost a good one today. Kingdom of Georgia expanding. Look at that. Are they fighting the Golden Horde now? They are. First Georgian Golden War. Well, the Golden Horde has no men, so they should be fine. Wait, in fact, the Golden Horde has 0 men. That means they should collapse, but they're at war, so they don't collapse. No standing army at the moment. Aren't you a... Oh, they're a settled country now. Okay, cool. That's fair. Poland getting battered by the Teutonic Order. Okay. Want to see what they do here. Oh, they took some land. Okay, they took some land back. So yeah, mission trees, I think, would be a lot of fun in this game. I understand that people are like, oh, systemic, and that's how it should work, but like, it clearly doesn't, and it also gives me an aim to reach for. That, and I want nation formations to be impactful. These are just 2 things that I think, me personally, I would really, really enjoy from the game. Yeah, 100%. I'd be intrigued to see what the rest of the community thinks. I've seen some conflicting figures. Some people like it, some people don't. I don't see why they're a problem, because if you don't like them, don't use them, you know? I don't know why that has to be a problem. But for me, it helps me also learn a little bit about the history of a nation when I'm playing it. So let's say I'm playing as like Saxony, and I'm like, oh, I read the little event descriptions, I read the little mission, the mission descriptions. I'm like, oh, cool, here's a path I could take if I wanted to. What are you guys doing? Burgundy, you scrapping the French again? Go on, lads. I have to intervene. Yeah, okay, so I can't join against the French because they're not the attacker. But Burgundy has 60,000 troops at their beck and call. Thomas Wolsey joining. Legendary figure in English history. If you know, you know. I don't have 3 royal courts. Why do we have a royal court here? I'm okay with it, but why do we have one? All right, I'm gonna build some counting houses. Get some crown power up. What is our crown power? 30%. Not terrible. Not enough that I can start stripping things away. We are heading towards centralization though, which is good. Does look like the Bohemians have become the emperor. Look at that base tax. Oof, looking good. And now they've gone off to Poland. Crimea looks to be a Georgian vassal. Georgia looking absolutely fantastic. Really happy to see that. They are looking good. Morom is what? They lose. They fought. It looks like they fought against Muscovy and won. Damn. Okay. Muscovy real disappointing. Tver looking good though. So the Pope's slowly expanding at the same time. Burgundy. Burgundy, the biggest reason I want 1444 back. I'll admit it. I'm a Burgundy boo. Whatever they call me. I'm proud about it as well. The road project has been going well. Almost have roads everywhere. Oh, look at that control. Good to see. No, Ireland's getting rowdy again. I think this time the Irish may lose out to the Pale. Unless it's just another tributary war, in which case they're absolutely fine. Let's find out. Oh, no, yep, no, they lost land. They fully lost land. Okay, cool. Well, that suits me, obviously. Sad about it, but suits me. All right, Parliament approved claims there. I don't think I need the levies. I've got 3,000 men. France joined the coalition. A little bit late to save your boy. They're instantly dead. Okay. So professional troops are very much viable now. So it just said Scotland needs to be gone, right? Once they destroy Scotland, they make them our subject. So can we just do that? Yeah, they won't exist anymore. Perfect. Bang, take the land. Form Great Britain. Pretty sure we already have warbows and everything else. Formed longbowmen. Do we already get all these? Keep eyes. They're redcoats. Hell yeah. Form Great Britain. King of Great Britain is done. Does that get rid of the coalition? No. Oh boy. Surely not, right? There was just a visual bug. You're in a coalition, right? Right? No, he's not. French Athenian Union panel is a sentence. Okay. Scots Patriots of... Scotland's back. Scotland's back. That's quite funny. I just got rid of you. I don't need to call in Portugal. I think we can handle 200 Scotsmen. Next Revolta. Boom. Done. Let's have a little look around here. Swedish nobles. It does look like Poland didn't lose much to Bohemia. Bohemia looking phenomenal. Austria and Syria not doing too much. That's an insane amount of base tax. I mean, like actually incredible amount of base tax. You're gonna wonder how did Bohemia fumble so badly in real life. All right, I've used console commands to turn off the Terra Incognita so we can have a look around. Timurid Empire still doing well under name _ Ibrahim. Sultan of Delhi has just kind of existed. Ming nobles. It looks like the Ming is actually collapsing, maybe even in a decent way. Let's have a little look here. Yeah, the crisis of the country disaster. I don't like looking at this stuff up here, so I'm not going to. Champa, a nation that was destroyed by the Daviate kingdom, and their people essentially erased, has actually managed to go all the way up to Laos. They've done... Well, that's incredible. Their commitment to being a buffer state between Daviate and Ayutthaya, admirable. Very admirable. Doesn't look... I mean, obviously things have happened in the New World, but nothing that significant. 1513, and no one has been able to make landfall. Again, that's just a time thing. Damn, Egypt kind of sucks. So the Ottomans, man. 122 tax base. At this point, with this much land, the Ottomans were like insane, you know? Still. That is where we're going to leave it for today. Final thoughts on whether or not EU5 should have been started in 4444. Like I said before, I personally would have preferred it. I think it's up to choice. I think there's a lot of merit in 1337. I think that the main strength of it is that the Black Death comes in and wipes out half your population, hopefully teaching you that it's okay to lose. You know, it's like setbacks are fine. I really do think there is a pervasive mentality within particularly the Europa Universalis franchise where, like, if you lose a battle, you restart and redo the battle. If you lose a war, well, you restart, you quit and start again. And I think that is something that was attempted to be tackled, and I think that's something that 1337 helps with. However, I do think 1444 is a more interesting start date. I think it's a more interesting time, and I think you can get into things like that I personally associate with the Europa Universalis. Things like the era of colonization, the 30 Years' War, the Reformation, and even the later game stuff. You can actually get into it a little bit quicker versus 1337. I mean, you spend 4 hours, 5 hours playing, and you're still like not even at 1444. So my preference will always be 1444. However, the game is set up for 1337, so I don't think I'm going to be... I mean, maybe I will be playing 1444 going forwards. I actually enjoyed that a lot more. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to see. I'll leave the mod link down in the comments below. Whilst you're there, please do drop a like and a subscribe if you don't mind. Leave a little comment. Helps the algorithm, especially if you're going to click the link, because that tells YouTube that you've left the platform, which tells them that this video is not a good idea. So yeah, do that. Counteract your own the problems you're causing me, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye. My personal thanks to Aiden Clark, who is said to be 7 feet tall, Wright, who once killed a man with his bare thumb, Redguard76, whom I've been secretly in love with this entire time, and the Schmoobler, who needs no introduction. Also thanks to Crilly, Ghostwolf, and Jason White for being my Patreon supporters. Means a lot, guys.